Because I've been metalsmithing for about 3 years now, I've started replacing some of the tools that I started metalsmithing with some newer, more expensive ones because they work a little better. Or that's the theory anyway. Today I wanted to do a fun little review of my saw that I started metalsmithing with compared to the saw that I have now. So for reference, I got this saw off of Amazon. It was when I bought it, it was $13.49 and it came with saw blades. And full disclosure, I did not buy this one new. I bought it from a fellow jeweler who had bought themselves a new saw and didn't need this one anymore, but this is a new concept saw with the 3-inch opening here, and I bought some really nice nano saw blades to go with it from Pepe Tools. So right off the bat, just from holding both of them together, this one, I haven't used it in a really long time because I bought this one a while ago, probably like a year or two ago. But this one is rusty, which is not great. And it is way, way heavier than this one. So I am curious to see how it feels when I go back to using this one for a little test compared to using this one. They are right about the same size. They both fit saw blades of about the same size, and then they both have about the same depth, so I can cut pieces of about the same depth without having to like back out and go to the other side. For the sake of the experiment, I think that I should use the same saw blades in both, but I do still have the crappy old saw blades that I bought or that came with this saw, and I would be curious to try those as well compared to my nano blade tools. All right, so I'm gonna do a little test using both saws, cutting out on jeweler's brass. These are my little flowers that I've cut out before. They do look really funky until they've been like shaped and textured and stamped. So take that with a grain of salt, but they have lots of little twists, which I think will be a good test of these saws. So I'm gonna start with the $13 Amazon saw that is rusty. I actually don't know exactly what gauge this is, but it's pretty thin. I think it's about 22 gauge brass. So I'm gonna use my 4.0 gauge, not 4.0 gauge. So I'm gonna use my 4.0 nano blades. And the thing about this saw is that you have to tension it in order to put your blades in here. So I'm gonna put it in the bottom first, and then you actually have to like push it in with my sternum, which is pretty painful to get the tension. And there we go. Dang, this is so much heavier than my new saw. All right, so there's my one little brass flower. So that is this one. Okay, so then for my red new concept saw, and I think I forgot to say this earlier, but since I didn't buy it new, I'm not entirely sure how much they retail for, or at least when this one was purchased, but I looked up new ones now and they retail for anywhere between $70 to over $100, depending on where you're buying it from. And then there's some, this is 3 inches, there's some that have deeper ones. So those retail for more as well. So depending on the different options. But what I really like about this saw that I actually forgot about, the differences between this one to this one, is that you don't have to tension it in the way that I was like pushing in with my sternum. So I do still usually like lean it here, but I'm not actually pushing on it. So what you do is you put the saw blade in this side, you tighten this knob here, and then you put it in the top side, you tighten this knob, and then you you tighten this knob here, and it's so much less painful. And then just to make sure it was installed properly, just do a little tension check, and there you have it. So I'm using the same nano blades from Pepe Tools to cut out this flower to see how just like the two different saws really compare. And there's my other little brass flower. So I do want to give you a close-up on these two saws so that you can really see the difference. So here's my two little flowers from each saw. This one was cut from the red one, this one was cut from the old one. I don't think there's really any difference in the flowers and like how the saw actually functions. I think the difference is in how they feel. So I know I already mentioned this, but just installing the saw blade on the red one is so much more comfortable than it is installing it on this old one. And then this one is significantly heavier than this one. So this one just felt like lighter and easier to move around. And then I think the last big difference for me are the handles. So this one's really thin, whereas this one's a little more like ergonomic, for lack of a better word, and just like easier to grip because this one's significantly thinner. And I think also knowing that these saws are like approximately the same age, knowing that my friend had this one for quite a while before she sold it to me, like look at how much better it has held up. I mean, this one is so rusty. It's been kept in the same conditions in my studio at least, and yeah, just like not great. I did want to also do just a quick straight line cut on this saw using the old blades that I had gotten from Amazon, which is already bent. Okay, so just to be totally honest with that, it worked about the same as the other saw blades did. I do know for a fact though that when I used to use those saw blades all the time, they would break so much more often than the nano blades were, and they're just not as like smooth if you're doing cuts that require like not just a straight line cut, but if you need to like turn and maneuver your saw around. So I think overall, as you probably could have guessed, I would recommend the new concept saw over the Amazon saw. However, whatever you can afford to start metalsmithing is perfect for you. Like I used that saw, the Amazon saw, for like 1 or 2 years before I switched over to the new concept saw. You do not need like the most expensive tools to get started. Just use what you can afford. I think really it's just in the feel of the saw, like how it feels when you're handling it. If you're sawing a lot versus a little, like might be a good way to think about if it's reasonable to invest in a saw like that versus not. If you have any other questions about either of these saws, feel free to ask them in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, it would help my channel grow so much if you would like and subscribe down below, and I will see you for the next one.